times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. But I had to show y'all that clip real quick from Tony Robbins. Shout out to Tony Robbins and shout out to Motivate Bulk for posting that clip. Go follow them on Instagram ASAP. They got tons of clips, tons of good masculine messages, that we need to hear. Because one thing that we do know is that oftentimes good times do create weak people, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a good time, but I think what make it tough for a lot of people is that it's hard for them to turn that switch off and get back to work. Get back to reality. Even when you think about pornography, some people get so caught up into the good time that they having, that when they release, it don't even take, a few minutes to go by before they doing it again. Even when you think about like just kids that, may go to the park or they having all of this tons of fun at parties and stuff like that. And, what do your kid do? Your kid never want the fun to end. So, a lot of times you see the kids crying and throwing a fit and doing all of that. But, they kids, they babies. That's just what they do because they never want the fun to end. But a lot of adults do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? When the weekend over, what do? They call a lot of people, they sluggish. They don't want to, get up and get at it, get back, to work, get back on their grind come Monday. You know what I'm saying? So, if you got people that's constantly gonna give in to how they feel because the weekend over, because the fun over, you know what I'm saying? Then what they gonna do? They not gonna go to work. They not gonna go to the gym. They not gonna get back on their diet. They not gonna do what needs to be done. And then that's what creates weakness. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to turn that switch off. You know what I'm saying? And then oftentimes that carry into everything, carry into their whole reality and everything that they doing. So it just all around just creates a low energy person. You know what I'm saying? And the only time they get that energy back is when, like the work day over. The only time they get that energy back is when they, using some type of substance, weed, alcohol, The only time they get the energy back is when Friday come back around and, they know that they could party again. So now they all happy and giddy and stuff. And that's like annoying for some of y'all that be around people like that had a crappy attitude all week or a crappy attitude all day, but they only happy when they away from the resistance. They only happy when they get to chill out and go back to comfort. They only happy when they get to feed their flesh and eat, fap, have sex, watch porn, smoke they weed, drink they drink. They only happy in those moments. You know what I mean? And it's sad when you see people like that because they miss out on so much. They miss out on the natural high that we supposed to get from life. You know what I'm saying? And they think that they just supposed to have fun all the time, but little do they know it's having that mentality where, every time we supposed to be having good times all day, every day, and fun all the time. Listen, bro, all that's doing is making them weak. Because that's what's keeping them feeding the flesh. That's what's keeping them away from adversity and experience. You know what I'm saying? That could possibly make them stronger. That will make them stronger just from what they going through. You know what I'm saying? But if you constantly having fun all the time, you constantly under the influence all the time, and you just ducking every fade and running from all these problems, then guess what? You won't grow. You won't get stronger, and you won't know how to handle things when life hits you. Because you could do all of that covering it up. You could do all of that being under the influence. You could do all of that partying, and you could do that. You could do it all day. But one thing you can't stop is life from hitting you, coming in the form of health problems, coming in the form of loss, you know what I'm saying? Coming in the form of society, all of that stuff, bruh, that we deal with, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't gonna ever stop lifing. So if you don't prepare yourself, you know, through the bad times, then guess what, bruh? You gonna lose, bruh. It's like I told you, bruh, everything gonna sweep these mugs off their feet because they so weak. You know what I'm saying? Because they was too busy ducking the bad times, because they was too busy trying to have a good time all the time. You know, so, you know, I agree with Tony Robbins, man. You know, a lot of the bad times, bro, that's what create strong people. You know what I'm saying? And strong people do create good times when you think about it, because guess what? They done been through everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So nothing gonna really shock them, you know, when things happen. You know, they gonna have every tool that they need to succeed. They gonna have every tool that they need to get through. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you think about it, right? Like when you think about professionals that's out there on the football field, you know, I use athletes sometimes, you know, whatever, but this is the best example because a lot of people watch sports. But who do you see having the most fun when they out there? It be the strongest people, right? It be the most athletic, the ones who put in the most work. You know what I'm saying? And how do you think that they got that way? You know, they got that way by going through some of the bad times. They got that way by practicing. They got that way by fighting through the adversity. They got that way by working. You know what I'm saying? So they have all of these experiences, and then when it come time to bring it to the stage, when it come time to bring it on the field, when it come time to bring it to the show, then guess what, bruh? They wilding out. You know what I'm saying? They having the most fun out there because they know that they done been through and seen it all. So guess what, bruh? They know exactly what to do with that ball. They done been through it and seen it all, so they know exactly what to do with that ball. They know exactly what to do with their talent. They know exactly what to do with their blessings because they learned all their lessons. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these mugs that just wanted to have a good time, wanted to party all the time, them the ones that get out on the field, you know, with a low performance, a low point average, you know what I'm saying? All of that. You know, them the ones who can't perform in the classroom, them the ones that's failing all of the tests. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones that's getting hit, missing, blown assignments and all of that stuff. It ain't so fun when you out there and you unprepared. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, you gonna get embarrassed in life. Just like you would get embarrassed on the field. Anytime you're going against people that are well equipped, people that have studied, people that have the talent, you know what I'm saying, and the experience. You know, you look at MJ later in his career, yeah, he wasn't as talented as a lot of the young guys coming in. You know, they was fast, they was, you know, crossing them up, doing all of this stuff, but nothing could outdo the experience that he had. So guess what? Even though they had all of that young talent, all of that young energy, they was ready to take on MJ, he was still out there busting their ass. He was still out there busting their ass. They may have their clips of doing this and that and they good games and all of that, but still, Mike walked off with the trophy. You know, Mike walked off with the championship, and that's how you want to be. That's what you want to do in your life. So you got to understand, bro, that's what's going to create the good times, bro, is the bad things that you go through and the ability to overcome that. You know, if you running from that, you will never overcome. If you always trying to shadow and cover it up with substance, cover it up with comfortability, cover it up with feeding your flesh and pleasure, then guess what, bruh? You gonna have a low measure. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have a low measure, man. You won't ever come up like that. And listen, bro, you ain't gonna really enjoy the natural things, bro, when you live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, like, bro, it's like they can't do without certain things. You know what I'm saying? And once you just constantly just fill yourself up with pleasure and all of this fun, the more extreme you gonna get. No different from pornography. You indulge in so much pornography, then guess what, bro? You're gonna get more extreme with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get more extreme with what you're watching because nothing really is gonna be satisfying to you. And that's how a lot of people live their life, bro. There's nothing the natural things that should be satisfying to them, you know what I'm saying? Like learning, like leveling up, you know what I'm saying? Like getting through things that's hard. These are natural highs for us. Because as men, why you think the Most High bless us with this masculine energy? Why you think he blessed us with this muscle mass? Why you think he blessed us with this brain that we have to create and build? So if we not using that, then guess what, bro? We're going to find ourselves depressed. We're going to find ourselves out of place. We're going to find ourselves on a dark path. And you don't want to do that. But you will end up there, you know what I'm saying, if you're not in your natural form. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's not in their natural form, and because they not in their natural form, they always going through something. They always doing something extreme. It's never enough, bro. Things that they may have gained in life, it's never enough for them. So they could never have enough women. They could never have enough possessions. They could never have enough money. It's just never enough for them, because that's all they wanted to do is just have pleasure and then not go through things. So they miss out on a lot of natural beauty, and you don't want that to be you, man. You don't want to be weak out here, bruh. Just understand, man, everything that you're going through is just making you strong. The bad times is making you strong, and guess what, bruh? When you gaining this muscle, when you gaining this enlightenment, when you gaining this truth through the Most High, listen, bruh, everything open up for you. It's like when you're looking at the sky and then it's just so cloudy, bro. Understand, bro, that those clouds gonna clear out, you know what I'm saying, at some point. You know what I mean? But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep striving. You gotta keep fighting. But guess what? If you go tuck yourself away in the shadows, you know what I mean? Tuck yourself away in darkness, and guess what, bro? You creating a artificial darkness, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now you won't never get no sun. You won't never see it clear up and the sky, be blue and the sun start shining on you and all that. You ain't gonna never see that, because you done went and created yourself your own artificial darkness, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, with the things that you doing out there, man. So listen, bro, understand, man, you on the right track. Don't think that everything just gonna be fun all the time. It ain't gonna be fun. All the times ain't gonna be good. If you don't go through the bad times, then how you know when things are good? You know what I'm saying? If you always in the good times, then how you know when things is bad? And you know what? It's time for you to buckle down and get right. You ain't gonna never know that. You know what I'm saying? And you just gonna always be masking everything, bro. And to the point to where you mask everything so much you won't even recognize yourself. I got to a point in my life where I couldn't even recognize myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to address the elephant in the room. And when you don't address that elephant in the room, then that elephant gonna address your ass. All right? That's my word, man. My name Sinn and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.